G'day guys, FNQ Flipper here, just for another update. So I managed to sell a few items since my last video about a week ago. So one of them being one of the original listings and one of the higher listings as well. Had it up for $400, accepted an offer for $300 as soon as it come through. I would definitely jump the gun on that one. So sometimes it's better to sort of stick to your guns. In this case, I didn't want to sort of go with back and forth. I was happy enough with the $300 offer, as I had only purchased it for perhaps $5 to $10 in the thrift. So I've recently been getting into tracking the purchasing of them. I thought maybe, I would eventually be able to sort of track the items that I had purchased, but it's sort of grown to the hoard you're seeing behind me, and I have recently gone and bought a laptop and started jotting it down in Microsoft Excel. I was trying to use my phone previously, but it was just horrible with the touch screen and the spacing and the copying and pasting. It was just very clunky with the touch screen. It's nothing really to run a business on. Computers definitely still have the easy functionality with the keyboard and mouse as well. So something have gone and purchased and has definitely made my life a lot easier with importing the sort of data that we need to track with eBay. So wasn't just the only item that I'd sold. I have sold sort of the books and DVDs, sort of bread and butter items, nothing too serious, sort of the $20-$30 range. I did recently, about 5 minutes ago before recording this video, I managed to sell this PlayStation 2 copy of SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, Brock Lesnar on the front cover there. Very good condition, very good quality game. Mint condition disc and manual. Has the sort of pre-owned sticker from Electronics Boutique, sort of Game Traders here in Australia. It does add to nostalgia, sort of shows that it's had a little bit of history some people are after. But I did go ahead and cancel it. There was a little bit of back and forth there with some offers. Had it up for $35. They wanted $20. I hit back with $28. They went $25, and I went $27. They settled on that $27 price, but they cancelled it about 2 minutes later. I don't get it. But maybe they found it a bit cheaper. I haven't checked the comps recently. Maybe there is a cheaper game out there, which is good on them. But I'll sit with it. It's going to sell. I've only had it up for about a week, and people are definitely interested. I think it's got about 12 watches now. So just goes to show those old video games are still going to sell. Wasn't the only sort of items that I found in the thrift shop this week. So I always knew about them. Something I haven't played or have really researched, I sort of took the punt with a little bit of scanning on eBay, is Skylanders. So a few of you guys probably would have heard of these, probably would have even played them. They're sort of a toy that goes on a pad that sits on your console and sort of uploads into the game. I assume I still haven't played it, even though I have copies of it and the machines to play it. So bought a bundle lot for $30. It's probably about 50, 60 of these little toys. This one is the star. Apparently it will go on to sell between $90 and $120. So that will pay for it. And there's probably about 5 or 6 of them that sell between $30 and $60. This guy between 40 and 60. He's missing the little piece that would make him go for about 100. So definitely turn that sort of $30 into perhaps the 3, 4, maybe 500 if people come through with sort of the expected cost price of these items. So have looked at them before, have seen sort of bundle lots in the thrift. Most of them aren't worth much at all, so a lot of them go between $1 and $3 on eBay, which isn't really anything most people want to play around with. The bulk of them I will sell as a lot, so you will expect to get probably $50 to $100 depending what's inside for sort of bulk lot of Skylanders. I probably will package them up with a video game, a game pad, and perhaps a console The copy of Skylanders I have at the moment is with Wii, and I do have a few consoles available for me to sort of package them up and sell them as a pretty good bundle deal. I do want to get rid of the Wiis. They're not really selling through as much as I would have liked. I did pick up 6 of them for about sort of $15 each, which I thought at the time was a good deal, but leading into now, they're probably about at what you would expect to pay for a Wii nowadays. So Nintendo probably isn't as holding as good a value as I expected with those items. Obviously with the Switch and the Nintendo Online, it's probably sort of killed the market, which isn't too bad. I'll take the losses as they come. The profits definitely outweigh the losses. Wasn't the only finds I found in the thrift as well. So I did have a big light moment when my eyes sort of lit up and sort of seen these behind the counter at a local sort of op shop here. 2 boxes of these, if anyone knows what they are. They're definitely Pokemon cards in their sort of big box. So definitely something to look out for in the thrift shops. Usually you'd see them for a pretty high price. These guys had $15 on them. So I definitely rushed to the front and wanted to pull them aside, open up the box and start scanning, only to see that they were mint condition Dragon Ball Z cards, which was a bit of a loss for me, as I was expecting maybe to find some pretty good cards in there. Something that I do have a lot of in my personal collection is Pokemon cards. Do have some 10s, some 9s, some PSA graded guys, as probably some of you do as well, and some to shoot off to be graded. I looked at them, I did shoot back with an offer, she shot back with an offer, and I did accept sort of $10 for each. So I did save $10 in the purchase of them being Dragon Ball Z cards. I did do a quick sort of eBay scan and seen that I probably could sell them on for maybe the $60, $70. I sort of probably wouldn't have bought them for that because I know the sell-through rate's a bit low, but I bought them because I knew there would be some cards in there I would love to add to my personal collection, and I have found at least 1 or 2 that I probably would consider shooting off to be graded, with a lot of Pokemon cards that I do have ready to be sent off to PSA. So something cool. Won't make a lot of money off of them, but it's always something to look out for, and don't get duped. Definitely open the boxes and check that everything is what it says it is, because these aren't Pokemon cards for sure. And I had to inform the lady on that as well, that they were Dragon Ball Z, not Pokemon. She did let me know that there was another 2 boxes as well that had already been sold, so I assume someone has scored themselves a pretty good bundle, especially if they were being sold for $15. Who knows what was in there, if there was any rainbows or very good condition shiny Pokemon cards. They could have been in for a few $100s, and who knows, maybe even thousands of dollars of profit. I don't think so, but definitely probably a few $100 there that they've probably made off of that. So a bit of a shame, but good on them for finding it first. I was definitely happy to pick up the Dragon Ball Z cards. It's always good to sort of add to the product knowledge and know that these things are out there, because I didn't know they existed, and something for the personal collection. That's about it. Cheers guys, I'll see you later.